So as with any vehicle, they all have their pros and cons. One of the nice things with the Gladiator is your towing capacity. In fact, this Gladiator Rubicon has a 7,000 pound towing capacity, which is double the towing capacity of a four-door Wrangler. But anybody that has experience towing trailers can tell you controlling that trailer is the most important thing. So today, we're going to be installing the Mopar trailer brake controller kit. Okay, so the Mopar kit that we're going to use for the trailer brake controller replaces this 12 volt outlet with the actual control knob. There's a module that we'll put underneath the dash and get everything connected up. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to remove the 12 volt outlet, and to do that there's a special tool that you'll need. Found this one on Amazon. So basically this thing will go in and hook a couple of pins and allow you to pull the plug out. Alright, so there's 12 volt outlet out. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is actually remove this upper control panel. Okay, so now there is a screw. Now we need to get this out. Into there. And there are a couple of little tabs. Hard to see, but there are a couple of tabs that stick out. Those need to be facing up at the 12 o'clock position. Next thing is we can actually install the knob. There's our gain knob. Flip it over to the back side and we've got our control here. Pin goes to the top. And then our actual knob. Our center of the button. So now we've actually got our trailer brake control knob. Now we're ready to put this back in the Jeep. Alright, so now we can reinstall the panel and start routing this wire for the trailer brake controller. Start getting everything plugged back in. We're going to leave this loose for right now, and we're going to get started on getting everything connected up underneath. Alright, so we're working away on this trailer brake controller, and honestly, these instructions are terrible. These are some of the worst instructions I've ever seen. Let me show you. You do need to plug the wiring into the control module before you install it. And then back behind the dash here, so this is kind of where your speaker is, right in here. You've got your bar here, which is right there, and then it has you coming in underneath here, and this is kind of vague. So let me show you what I've figured out, and I've still got to install the module, but I've spent a bunch of time underneath here looking, trying to figure out. So here's what we got going on. Let's get some extra light in here. So right here on the left side, by where your left foot would be, you've got this metal bar here with some holes in it. So you're going to use this hole to mount it. And then up here, this is the connector for the factory tow package. That's what you're going to plug into. There's a harness extension that we're going to clip onto here, and that will go to the control module. So we need to cut this tape off, and then right here is a zip tie that is plugged in. It's a Christmas tree clip zip tie that goes into another hole there. That's the other hole that we're going to mount the module to. Now I've got something strange going on back in here that is making it difficult to get that module in, but I will get that figured out. But anyway, so I've got to remove that Christmas tree zip tie. We're gonna cut the tape holding this connector on, pull that off, and we'll get everything plugged into the actual module here, and then get it all bolted up. Ah, holy crap, this is awkward. I hate working underneath the dash. Okay. So there is the control module. Everything's plugged in, got it bolted up. Pretty hard to see. Got it connected to everything. So now we're basically done. We just got to finish putting all this back together. And just like that, we're all back together. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. There's plenty more to do on the Gladiator, but we are making some progress and getting close. So we've got the trailer brake controller installed now. I've got some wiring I want to do to power some devices for while I'm out on the trail. I've got a CB radio to install. I've got a rear seat delete to do, and then I've got some fine-tuning of the suspension here to do. So a couple little things left to do, but it should go quick. So stay tuned. We'll see you at the next one.